So I'm with Carolina Rodriguez, Team Nile,
Yes.
Voice, season 28. First off, I think I had no idea that actually getting on the stage takes a lot of work for the blinds. Can you just talk about the steps it takes just to even get there, which I think is amazing in and of itself?
I mean, it was such a long process. It's like there's so much that goes behind it. Like you think that, you're chosen and then you just go on stage, but it's like there's so many people like getting ready to audition and it all comes down to if they choose you. There's so many people auditioning and you think that you're probably going to be the one that doesn't get any turns and just get over with it, but it's like the scariest thing I've ever done. Like that like whole process of waiting what day I'm going to go and how long I was there for, and you had to send your audition beforehand, so it's like you were like chosen among like a whole bunch of like talented people, and out of thousands of people you were chosen, and then now you have to be chosen by four coaches, and it was like the scariest thing ever.
You nailed it. You nailed that cover of Cardigan. How were you able to do that with these amazing judges and just performing in with it seems like a really tough song. You just really did a great cover of that.
It was actually like a challenge for me because that's not the type of music that I really do. And the challenge for me was to try and make it my own because it's such a mellow song and it really just like stays in the same spot. And it's such a beautiful song, but for 1 minute and 30 seconds to try and impress these four people, it's what am I supposed to do with it? So I really tried my best. I literally blacked out. I don't know how I sang it in front of them. I blacked out and then I like tuned back in when the song ended.
I love your sense of humor. Well, what was it like just to bring the poster up? I'm sure having your family, your sister, and your bro there was really cool. Was it a surreal? Were you blacking out during that moment with the poster
Yes.
and Snoop saying, "Don't tear it"? Oh my gosh, that was one of my
I
favorite
don't
moments of the.
know, and I think I told Snoop that he could sign my hand. I don't know why, but I heard it back when I was watching the audition. And I was like, I can't believe I said that. Snoop, you can sign my hand if you want. I'm sorry. I literally was like blacked out completely. Like I knew that the poster was there, and like after like the song ended, I was just like, I need to show him the poster. I don't know how to show him the poster because it's literally sitting over there. And there was like a whole bunch of things running in my head, and he was just like talking to me about my song, and I was like, I think I like interrupted him. Can I show you something?
Yeah.
I literally had no idea how else to show him except for I need to show you something right now. Like I needed to get it out of the way
Yeah.
immediately.
That's amazing. So here's on a funny note. Look, your team Nile, the song Cardigan, great song. Nile loves Cardigan. Nile did a cover of Cardigan. All that kind of stuff. We can just dive deep into that. But I want to actually ask you, what makes him a special artist for you, just as a person who is in the field yourself, someone who's really passionate about music. What stands out about him for you personally?
Honestly, I think it's the fact that he was on a show like this before. So it's like he kind of knows how it feels to have like your whole like future in someone else's hand, because it's like a really scary thing that like there's four people in front of you and they have the decision as to whether you stay or whether you leave, and that's like a different type of anxiety. It's not like a like you got discovered by somebody and you grew to like fame, but this is like you're fighting for your life. It feels like a chopping block, like it's scary. And that he knows like how it he knows how it is, and he knows that like all the mistakes that you make on stage, it's like how can you not make any mistakes? You're performing for your life because you want to stay, and he knows how that is. And I think that that's helped him. It's like it makes you a different type of artist and a different type of like performer.
Yeah, that's a great description, the chopping block element of the voice, but there's also the learning part of the voice, which you're meeting other artists and your work and just getting to talk and speak with the judges as well and all the other people before the judges you work with. What are some of the things that you've learned along your journey, and maybe how has that changed what maybe possibly what you want to do with your career moving forward, or maybe not? So, yeah.
It puts into perspective that like it's really not that scary, because the first time that you go on stage, it's just, wow, I need to impress these people. And it's just really, really scary that, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to get somebody to turn because you want to stay longer, and it's scary. And then, you perform again and it's just like you realize like it's just a stage and like they're here to watch you perform, and it kind of like it makes you feel better, and then you think about it and you're surrounded by all these like talented people. It's like you're here for a reason, so there's no reason for you to be as nervous as you are.
Yeah, it says in your bio that you're an aspiring speech therapist, college music major.
Yeah.
Is that still accurate? And what makes you passionate about that field, the speech therapy field and whatnot?
Honestly, I love everything that has to do with the voice, and like when I started music in college, it was kind of like insane how much your voice has to do with everything and your throat, and the fact that music also is like something that a lot of like troubled people can only deal with. A lot of Alzheimer's, like they can remember music, and a lot of autistic kids can only sing. And it's like, how does that work? Like, how does your throat produce music, but you can't speak?
Yeah.
It's like interesting, and I think I want to know more about it, and so I'm doing that.
As I get older, I'm way older than you, but even to this day, I thank my lucky stars that my parents were so hardworking and diligent and really put us first before anything. And what's it like to grow up with your father and all the sacrifices he made? And does that influence what you do as an artist and your own work ethic and what you want to do in life as well?
Honestly, he's like the best. Like he's honestly the best. If you saw my whole like package, like I could talk about him for 1,000 years. I did talk about him for I think for 30 minutes. They can only put so much, but he's so hardworking, and he's provided me this whole platform to like just do whatever I want. And like I'm going to college, but he's never not supported me singing. And the whole time that I was there, he was just like, you're just there to sing. Like, he didn't want me to think about the whole competition aspect. He said, you're there to sing because you love to sing, and I don't want you to forget that. And that helped me a lot because you can get lost in, I need to win, I need to win. When you're there because you love to sing. Like, it's literally called The Voice because you love to sing. Like, everybody here loves to sing. So I needed to remember that. And honestly, he truly just inspires me. Like, to work hard. I mean, he's like never stopped working. Like he's been working since he got here. So it's like I feel like I need to like work just as hard as him so that I can carry on.
Final couple questions. Was it a surreal experience to just process that you were part of Team Nile? Is that sort of a surreal thing?
It is really surreal. If you know, I'm a big One Direction fan, and so is my sister. So I don't really know how that felt. It felt like not real. And then like videos will come up of like edits of that day and Niall in front of me or Niall giving me a hug. And it actually happened. It doesn't make sense to me. And like we only had them on our wall. Like we had them on our wall. We were listening to them. My sister went to their concerts and was just like, watching them from afar, not like right next to me. Like why am I singing in front of Niall Horan? Like why am I on team Niall? It was just like I don't know. It feels so weird.
So final question, and thanks again for your time. Your thoughts, I mean, I'm sure you probably visited before, but your thoughts in staying in Los Angeles for a while. What were the pros and cons? And a lot of people like to say a lot of bad things about LA or good things, or maybe both. I don't mind, but wondering your
I
big picture take on
actually
LA.
loved it. I had never been to California before. I had also never been anywhere by myself before. So this was like a really big deal for me that I was going all the way to California. That's like across the whole country. And I was like, I loved it actually. The weather was like really nice. It was like breezy because here in Miami it's like completely like humidified, like insane. Like it's hot and it's gross and it's sticky. Over there in California, I was like, wow, I like it over here. It was like breezy and the mountains were always there and the sunrises were beautiful, and I loved all the little breakfast places. I like tried almost every breakfast place I could every morning. Like I was like, I'm gonna have a different breakfast, a different burrito, a different sandwich, a different coffee. I was living my life, like honestly. And honestly, I think the only con was how expensive things are, like versus here versus over there. Because Miami's pretty expensive, but California was like on a different level. Because I ordered Chick-fil-A here and it'd be like $15, and for some reason over there it was like 25, and I was like, I think I'm good. I think I don't
Eh,
watch it play.
yeah. Do you ever get used to the stickiness? Some people love the stickiness. I never get used.
I
Oh,
don't like it. I don't like it, and I will never get used to it. Especially since my hair is curly. Over there in California, my hair was like at its like peak. It was just it just stayed. It was like fabulous. And then I got here and it just kapooted again.
Carolina, thank you so much for your time. Really loved your performance on The Voice, and good
Thank
luck
you.
moving forward. You take care. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.